So I've got this fun second order linear differential equation here. Y double prime of x equals 2x cubed with these curious conditions here. I've got y of 0 plus y prime of 0 equals 3. And I've got y of 2 is also 3. Now I'm going to leave it to you guys to comment in the comments below whether you think that's initial conditions, boundary conditions, or neither. I'll let you guys comment on that in the comments section. Okay, so for now, let's try and solve this. So y double prime of x, that equals 2x cubed. Now we're going to try and get y of x. That's our goal. This is what we are looking for. We don't know what that is yet. So one way we can start with this is to try and integrate both sides with regards to x. So integrate this dx and integrate this also dx. Well, the integral of the derivative will just give us y prime here. So y prime of x. No need for a constant of integration because we're going to put one on this side. Now integrate this one, that's straightforward power rule. So 2x cubed becomes like 2x to the 4. Just going to hold fire on putting in my 2 because now I've got to divide by the new power. So divide this by 4, I'm going to get a half. So now I've got x to the 4 over 2, and then now my constant of integration is going to put us to c. Okay, now same again, I've got a derivative here, but I want y of x. So we'll go with the same technique here, integrate both sides with regards to x. Okay, this one again, take the integral of the derivative, we now just end up with our y of x. So that is good for now. Now what we need to do is take the integral of this one. So again, power rule situation, x to the 4 becomes x to the 5, and now divide by the new power, x over 10. Now this one here, the integral of c with regards to x is just going to give us cx, so that will take care of that. But now we need another constant of integration here, so now we need another one, which I'm just going to use the letter d. So c and d are just my constants of integration as we've gone through these two steps. So that's my result for my y of x. So let's put that in here. X to the 5 over 10 plus cx plus d. Then I'm also going to need my y prime as well. So let's put that in from here. So y prime of x, that equals x to the 4 over 2 plus c. Okay, so that's my two equations that I'm going to need to try and find my solution. So here's my general solution, but I think we can find c and d from these conditions here. Let's see what happens. So y of 2 equals 3. That's the easiest one to work out first. So y of 2 equals 3. So therefore y of x, wherever I see an x I put in a 2. So then I've got 2 to the power of 5, which is 32. So that equals 32 over 10. And put in a 2 here, I've now got 2c. And then I've got my d. So just squeeze that in there. Okay, so 3 equals 32 over 10 plus 2c plus d. Now what about here and here for this one? So here, y of 0, so when x is 0, so that will disappear, and I'm left with a d. So let's just write this up here. Y of 0 plus y prime of 0 equals 3. Just make sure that looks like a 0. So that equals, this will just become d. So y of 0 equals d. Now what about y prime at 0? That will disappear, and I'll just be left with a plus c. Okay, so now what I've got is some simultaneous equations which I can try and use to try and solve for c and d. So I've got 3 equals 32 over 10 plus 2c plus d. And then my next building block is 3 equals d plus c. So let's put my d here and my c here. So there's no number here. I'm just going to leave like that for now. Because first of all, what I want to do, let's try and get rid of a c, or I could try and get rid of this d. Either way doesn't matter, but if I subtract one from the other, so if I subtract this one from this one, my d minus d will disappear. And now I'm left with 2c minus c. That will give me c. I just put a line there to see it's a calculation. And then I've got 32 over 10 minus 0 just leaves me with 32 over 10. Be a plus sign in there. These are all going to be plus signs. 3 minus 3 is 0. Okay, so straightforward here now. C must equal minus 32 over 10. So 32 over 10, we can simplify that down to 16 over 5. So C equals minus 16 over 5. So that would take care of that. Now just to find D, I could just plug in my C in here. So if I got now 3 equals minus 16 over 5 plus D. Now let's try and do this one in our heads. 3 is the same as 15 over 5. Let's just put that one there for our rough calculation of our 3. So 15 over 5 equals minus 16 over 5 plus D. So adding 16 over 5 to both sides, I'm going to now get 31 over 5 will be my D. So D equals 31 over 5. Okay. Now we're ready to put in our solution for our y of x. So now just box this off here. So my y of x, let's put it here, y of x equals x of 5 over 10 plus c times x. So that's now going to be minus 16x over 5 and plus d, which is 31 over 5. So that is my solution for y of x with my conditions as we got here. Okay.